Sorry, let me turn this down because I don't want you guys. For one, I don't want the video to not be monetized due to the fact that I have a song on. Anyhow, we have been in Indianapolis now for 3 days. We're back visiting family. We landed in Nashville. And you're probably going to see a video about this, and I'm confused with how many videos and how many times I said something. But this is the first time we had a chance to do a live video because, yeah, thank you, Joey. Welcome back to the Midwest. We've just been really busy, right? During this trip, we landed in Nashville, and that was a fiasco. Noelle will tell you more about it. But when we landed in Nashville, it was late at night. Our flight was already delayed by an hour. Keep in mind, we can't just fly directly from Seattle into my hometown because my hometown of Bowling Green, Kentucky doesn't have an airline. It has an airport and it did have air service, but then it stopped. So it's not like I'm able to just go there and just land. So we have to land in Nashville, Tennessee, which is the closest airport, big city airport, and then drive 65 miles north to Bowling Green, and then drive another 14 miles to my mom's house. So it gives you an idea. It's over an hour. And so we landed, and we were already an hour and a half landing later than normal. So I think we landed in Nashville at like after midnight. And so that would have put us well after 1 o'clock in the morning, getting to my mom's house, which I didn't feel like waking my mom up or my sister, which had to work the next day. We landed on a Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday. So when we first, Noelle called because she got a notification saying that the flight is going to be delayed. This was before we set out, and the car company said not a problem. There may not be someone there, but there's a kiosk. You can go, you can get your keys, you can leave. Doesn't matter what time you get there. That wasn't the case. So we're now in Nashville's airport parking garage, just sitting there, waiting for someone to come and help us. Inside, all of the places were empty. Outside, no one was around, and we literally were stuck. We don't know anybody in Nashville, really. So then I said, well, the best thing that we can do is basically get a hotel and get an Uber because I was tired. The girls were tired. We're on a different time zone anyway, so let's just go to bed and we'll figure it out in the morning. So we went to bed. Luckily, the hotel we stayed into was amazing, and I forget the name, but it's going to be in another video. And we then were able to take the shuttle from that hotel to the airport, which wasn't far. And so Noelle solved the issue. Well, we both did. We sat there and we told the folks at that car company how horrible the service was, and same. The guy that was there was just being a jerk. Finally, the manager came out from behind the wall, and she solved the issue in 10 minutes, and so she made us happy. Didn't give us every single thing that we wanted, but she made us happy. So then we were on our way up to Kentucky. It was great going to Kentucky at the time I did because, for one, as you know, it's been super hot back home, and there's no air conditioning there. Here, people love their air conditioning, and I love it. So we went to my mom's house, and my uncle was there, and then a guy that helped raise me, was there as well, along with my uncle's wife and his son. So it's like I got to see family instantly, like without having to do much. So I got to see my mom, my sister, my uncle, his wife, and it was just great. And then of course the guy that kind of helped raise me. So it was just a wonderful, wonderful thing. And then, of course, we left the next day to come up to Indianapolis. We are staying with our Cuban cousins. We call them our Cuban cousins. They are just amazing. And we got to see Noelle's friend's child for the very first time. He's now almost he's 3 or something. I don't know. But that shows you how long we've been away from here. And it's just been great. Like, her mom, our Cuban cousin's mom, treats me like I'm her son. She's just, pouring me wine all the way up to the very top. when my glass is empty, she fills it all the way up to the top. She's made us food. She bought the girls some swim because they've been outside playing in the water. And we brought swimwear, but we didn't bring it up to Indiana. It's back at my mom's house. And she went and bought, our Cuban cousin mom. She went and bought swimwear for all the girls, and so she's just a wonderful, wonderful person, and they're just a wonderful family. So it's been really, really good. Now, today, Noelle decided that she wanted to, because we were supposed to leave today, and actually be in Kentucky at this point. She told my mom that we will either be back in Kentucky on Sunday or on Monday. The reason why there's an or is because she didn't know if she wanted to meet her family while she was up here. Her mom's not doing so well, and her dad's not doing so well. And so that was the determination. And after speaking to her Cuban cousin's mom and my mom and other people, they told her it's probably the best thing to do. I told her it's probably the best thing to do. You don't know when you're going to be coming back here, and you don't know how long a person has. So, I got a message, sorry. So, anyhow, to do it. The kids, on the other hand, I was like, I really am not thrilled about the idea, but I don't want to be the one later on that people say, well, you didn't allow us to see them. So I didn't want that to be an issue in the future. So I said, it's up to the kids. I asked my mom, what does she think? And she said that, yeah, if the kids are okay with wanting to meet her family, then do so. And I said, well, I probably will not do it. I probably won't be visiting. She told her brother, the one that's cool, and he was totally, I didn't go to lunch with them. I decided it was just best for me to just, kind of stay away. So they had lunch, and all the girls were there. They wanted to meet him, but Zoe said she didn't want to meet Noelle's parents, which that's totally cool. She ended up changing her mind. That's where we're at now, is actually at Noelle's parents' house. As you can see, I'm not in there. Just chose definitely not to do that. It's just not you know the story. It's just not a place that I want to be. But I want to support Noelle, and I'm playing Uber driver today. So I drove them to her brother's house, and Noelle's sister-in-law also. Drove them there, and then drove them over here so that they can actually visit, because again, the car's only in my name and all that stuff. So Noelle can't really drive it. But yeah, that's pretty much been the gist of it. We're going to be heading back to Kentucky early tomorrow, which will be great, so I can spend more time with my mom. I have to say, Indianapolis has changed drastically. Downtown has changed drastically since the last time I was here, which was probably, I don't know, 3 years ago. I've been here 4 years ago. I was here 4 years ago because of a job. Actually, I had to fly in to Indianapolis to do work. It's been at least 5 years since Noelle has been here, so it gives you an idea. I agree. Totally don't push the children, and yes, I would stay outside as well. Yep. Our Cuban mom said the same thing. She's like, I wouldn't go in there either. So I just told them. I told my mom that I'm not going to go in there. I mean, I don't know what's going on in there, but I'm not going to be in there to see it. But yeah, I figured it's best for me to basically allow the kids to make their own determination. Because again, if something were to happen and they didn't get to see, because you understand, Zara was only, I don't know, 6 months old when she last saw them. Zoe was 3, so they don't really have a good, and Zeta didn't exist, so they don't have a good grasp of anybody. So even if someone hates me and tests me for stupid reasons, I'd rather the kids have the opportunity to at least say, yep, I've seen them, versus me saying, well, this is kind of the circumstance. But anyway, Indianapolis has changed drastically. Downtown is just completely completely different. We spent yesterday at the Children's Museum, which was really amazing, so you have to look forward to that video. It's the largest children's museum in the world, and trust me, I believe it. They've added on to it like a lot since we last left, and that hasn't been that long ago. But they've added on to it so many different times in so many different ways. It's even bigger than what it was since we've been here. And so we have video of that. We have video of the girls playing and different things like that. So that's awesome. Bowling Green, my hometown, has changed drastically downtown as well. Like completely different. It's now a city where you see people walking around. There's also a video of that, so stay tuned for that video, which will be coming up. But you got to keep in mind, Bowling Green was such a tiny, and still is, but it was such a tiny town when I left that there was nothing downtown at all. Like, you could probably at 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night during the weekday lay down in the middle of the street and close your eyes and get up 10 minutes later and not have to worry about being ran over because there was just no one there. Now it's still probably pretty dead during the weekday at night, but during the day there's a lot of hustle and bustle. There's a lot of people walking around. There's a lot of stores, shops, new hotels, new buildings. It's a construction site everywhere downtown. Indianapolis, there's sky cranes all over the place, and they've changed so much drastically downtown that it's a completely different city. You see a lot of people bicycling everywhere, and that type of thing. A lot of people live in downtown Indy. Downtown Bowling Green, they have a huge amount of apartment buildings going up, like a lot of them, which never happened. They have a new baseball stadium down there. They have a lot of stuff going on, so it's insane to come back and see how much things have changed just in a short amount of time. But anyhow, like I said, you're going to see both of those videos. I would highly recommend visiting both cities. Someone left a message that they now want to visit Milwaukee because Milwaukee was amazing. In Milwaukee, I never saw any trash on the street, like nothing. I didn't see a cigarette butt. I didn't see trash paper. We walked around a lot of different places, all along the riverfront, all along the lakefront, and all points in between to the market. There was no trash on the street whatsoever. No paper, no nothing. You didn't see any homeless people. In fact, I wondered if Milwaukee even had any homeless people. Like, you never saw one person anywhere. I take that back. One time during the day, I went to a park and there was someone sleeping on the bench. And then I saw a few people walking around that you kind of suspected maybe would be, but no one is aggressively asking for money or anything like that. I had never seen that in any other city that I've been in, big city, except for Milwaukee. So it's super safe downtown. And someone said they're now thinking about visiting Milwaukee. I would say the same about visiting Indianapolis and Bowling Green, Kentucky. Bowling Green, Kentucky is by far much more affordable to do a lot of things with. There's a lot of stuff to do down there. You have Mammoth Cave, which is the largest cave in the world. You have Lost River Cave, which is basically you can take a boat through the cave. They have Beach Bend, which is a theme park. So it's a smaller one. So there's a lot of stuff to do, and Nashville's not far away. Louisville's about an hour and a half away. So there's tons of stuff to do there. Indianapolis, you'll be busy all day. Children's Museum will take probably a full day. And it's even adults even find it appealing. People who don't have kids, they go there. And there's just tons of other stuff to do downtown. They've done so much. So anyhow, I'm going to ramble more and more and more. Noelle should be coming out soon. Like I said, I'm just here waiting on them. Thought I would do a video to kind of keep you guys kind of in the loop as to what's going on and that type of thing. It's not going to be anything fun that you're going to see because we put all that in some of the stuff that we've actually taken. Normally, we try to, when we're doing a live video and we're someplace other than Tacoma or Seattle, we try to take you guys along, but it's just been really, really busy. We can't really do that. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you're having a great weekend. And until next time, I will see you. Take care.